Hi, it's Chris again, and I'm at Bar Guthrie, and what am I talking about today? Well, I am talking about finding the best under $30 bourbons or whiskey that's at least 100 proof. Now, there's a lot of them on there, 80 or 90, but there's not as many. Well, there's a few, but they're not all that good. So today I got 10 bottles that I have already purchased. I have tried them all out. Actually, the last couple of days I've been retry them out for a second time to I actually made some changes on what I liked, because what I thought I liked more when I started comparing to the other ones, I made some changes. So today I'm going to talk about the 10, I wouldn't say not my favorite, because not all of them are my favorite. There's actually some stinkers in the bunch, and I'll tell you that as well. So let's start with number 10, and we're going to work our way all the way up to number 1, and my empty glass is waiting for number 1. Again, they're all under $30. There's a couple bourbons I want to put on there, but they're just slightly too much. But these all sneaked in under that 30, and of course they all have to be at least 100 proof. Now, a lot of times when you get 100 proof, you get bottles and bonds, and I do like bottle and bond products. So let's start with our very first one, and I was actually quite surprised that I didn't care for this one. Here we go. Old Forester bottle and bond, again 100 proof. I didn't really care for it. I mean, of course, Old Forester is known for a lot of different products, 1920, 1910, 1924, that have rave reviews. And there's one underneath this, which is like an 86 proof, which did not fit into this category. Now, this one for me, I would not purchase again. This is my first time purchasing it, and I will not be purchasing again. I didn't like the flavor. I didn't like the taste. For 100 proof, which is not, to me personally, 100 proof is not that much proof. It tasted like a lot more proof. I got so much of an alcohol taste on it, it just really didn't taste good. For me, this is strictly a mixer, and it will not be put into my bar again. That doesn't mean I'm not going to buy Old Forester products. No, I like to try out the other ones, the 1910, 1920, which I have not tried out. The only reason I haven't tried those out, because I bought this one, and I was so disappointed on this one, I have not able to bring myself to buy the other ones, because I'm afraid I'm going to spend a lot more money than this one, which was 20 bucks. And now I did buy this at Tri-County Liquors in Margate, which it's not their fault, and they didn't tell me to buy this, by the way. And it was one of the few places that actually had it. So, but again, not my favorite, number 10. So let's put this way over here. Okay, next one. Now, if you've seen my previous videos, I'm a huge Jack Daniel's fan. But this Jack Daniel's is not, my personal opinion, up to snuff with the other ones out there. There's generally I got this bottle and bond. I was like, it was just barely under 30 bucks in my area. It's not terrible. It's just not that great. When I have a whole collection of Jack Daniel's products, and now of course a lot of them are a lot more money than this one. But like the single barrel I bought, which is this one right here. Now, yes, it's more than $30, but it tastes a lot better. This one, this is definitely a skip it again. I bought it because I have a huge Jack Daniel's collection over here, and I want that put in the collection, but it just doesn't taste good enough to drink neat. Again, it would be a mixer, but right now I got a lot of mixers, so once this is gone, it will be out of Bar Guthrie. The next one, which I was a little surprised because I have some of their other products, and this one I thought would be pretty good. Now again, I don't think it's terrible, but it's Old Grandad Bottle and Bond, another 100 proof. Now, I've been drinking a lot of Old Grandad 114. Now this one, every time I bought this, has been $31. So it just did not make the under 30, but man, far superior product. This one over this one. This one to me is definitely a mixer. Again, once this is out, I mean, I have other ones that these are other Old Grandad products, and these two I like a whole lot more. Again, they're more money, but this one is not that much more than this one. And it didn't fit my under 30. I guess I said under 31, then I could have put it in. But this one is a no-buy, leave on the shelf, mixer only for me personally, especially when there's so many other products by Old Grandad. They're just damn delicious. And I tell you, and this makes a great mixer too. That 114 doesn't get lost if you're making an old-fashioned, because sometimes the old-fashioned will take away any of the flavors. Okay, now we're getting to the area of the bourbons and whiskeys that I do like, and I do recommend. And basically, we're going to go from the number guess number 6, Benchmark. Now, Benchmark is a Buffalo Trace product. Okay. And as you've probably seen from previous videos, I'm a huge Buffalo Trace fan. I love their product, and they have some really high-end stuff. They get a little crazy on some of their high-end stuff, like, Happy Van Winkle and stuff like that. But they make a fine product. Now, this is their entry level. This is for basically for someone who's not going to spend a lot of money and they want to get a decent product. And this one here, it's good. I mean, it's not my favorite, because I mean, for just a little bit more money. And again, this one is not 100 proof, but get old Buffalo Trace here. This one, I got this for under $30 in the store pick too. And that was Trout County Liquors again, store picks. That's really nice. But yes, it's not 100 proof. That's why it was not included with this. But it's not bad. It's a decent choice. I think a bar should have that one. Okay, now we're going to get into other ones that bars definitely should have it. And I was quite surprised. I had to look around for this one. Old Tub, Jim Beam product. Someone sent me a message about Old Tub. Have you checked it out? And then I started looking around. You're doing like a little bourbon hunting. And I found this at 4S Liquors in Boca Raton. And it was like $22. So again, it's under the 30. Bottle and bond. Of course, I'm a big Jim Beam guy. I like their products. And it tastes really good. For the money, this is a great value. And this is basically, I'm talking about price versus what you're getting. Now, is this the best bourbon in the market? No, it's not. But for under $30, it might be one of the top 5. In my case, it is. Okay, so again, Old Tub. Now, as we go along here, I'll go ahead and make sure I put the information down in the video. MSRP, of course, proof is almost the same on all these, Mashville, stuff like that. Even where I purchased them from, in case you want to say, hey, I want to go get that. Now, some of these you can find everywhere. That's everywhere. All these are everywhere. This one was a little harder in my area, maybe not so much up north. Now, the next one here, every store will have this one, and price point is terrific, and value is terrific. Now, if you talk to any bourbon person, they're going to tell you Evan Williams Bottle and Bond is one of the best values out there. Again, I think it was definitely less than $25. And as you can see, there's not a whole lot left on that. And you can use it as a mixer. You can drink it neat, put it on ice. Either way, it's all very, very good. Price point is good. I think every bar should have this one. Again, value, you can't go wrong with this. And again, it's getting up there now. My glass is ready for my favorite, which are almost there. Now, the next one was a surprise for me. And what I mean by that is, remember I told you I was kind of retrying these out? And when I tried this one out the first time I bought it, I thought it was okay. I tried it out the second time right before I did all this. I was like, you know what, this is a lot better than I remember. So it got bumped up. And it's called Old Huckleberry 102. That's right. Now, this is 102 proof, so it's not a bottle and bond. But again, we're just 100 plus. It's got a lot of flavor. It tastes good. I found it smooth. I didn't get a lot of the fire that sometimes you get. And the price pointed on it, I think I paid $20 for it. I got this at Total Wine. So again, another really good value. I don't think anyone else is selling this I haven't only seen it at Total Wine in my area, of course. So you might have a hard time finding it where you're at. But again, a lot of these you've probably heard of, or maybe not, I don't know. But this one is not as well known as these other ones I showed you. Okay. Now, if you haven't heard of this, you definitely should. This was actually almost my number one. But let's go and take a look here. Early Times. Again, a bottle and bond product, 100 proof. This is actually my third bottle. I actually got the bottle behind me is so empty or practically empty. I didn't want to show it on camera. It was just like showing an empty bottle. So I grabbed one of my backups because this is one of the ones I have a backup for. That's right. I can't take a chance of running out Early Times and I have to go to the store. I want to always have a backup. And this one, price point, I think I paid less than $15 for this. It was very, very reasonable. Now, my local area, Total Wine, I bought this for, and I think Tipsy Liquor and Market, they also carry it there. So no, for some reason, for such a great product, not everyone carries it. Well, I actually seen it like in a different bottle. I always like it in the 1 liter. That's the way I prefer it. It just looks better in my bar. Okay, here we go. Glass is ready for my number one recommendation for you. And for a lot of whiskey, bourbon guys, this is no surprise whatsoever. Wild Turkey 101. Man, this is probably definitely the most recommended thing you should have for your bar. Again, I paid $25 for it. It tastes good. You can use this just like any, it drinks neat, drinks on ice, drinks as a mixer. And I tell you, this has been their bread and butter for a long time. Of course, Wild Turkey has a lot of other products. And if you don't mind. Just as good as I remember. Now, this is under 30. Now, I'm just going to bring this up just in case. If I can. There we go. It should be right here. This is one of their newer ones here. A little bit more money. Wild Turkey 101, 8-year. It's just as delicious. Actually, it's obviously more delicious because, as you know, when they get older, they get a little smoother. They pick up more of the flavor from the barrels. I think originally this was you can only buy in Japan or something like that. And they're just now coming back to the States with this. So, again, Wild Turkey 101, my number one choice. I hope this helps you out with some of your purchasing when you go into the store. Again, the criteria is real simple. Has to be under $30. Has to be a minimum of 100 proof. And they're pretty much all 100 proof. We got 102, 101. That's pretty darn close. I hope this helps you out. And again, stay away from the old forester. I'm Chris, the Bourbon Guy, and this is Bar Guthrie. Thank you so much. Oh, before you go, like and subscribe. Thank you.